Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel, where we meticulously examine the intricate tapestries of royal life, focusing today on moments of profound resilience and unwavering commitment. We are delving deep into a recent, highly significant public appearance by the senior members of the British royal family, an outing that was not just about tradition, but about demonstrating powerful unity amidst overwhelming private turmoil. Today, we unravel the powerful narrative woven during the solemn observance of Remembrance Sunday, focusing specifically on the future Queen, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and the deeply moving yet often subtle ways she communicated her steadfast devotion and support for her husband, Prince William, as he stood shoulder to shoulder with his father, King Charles III. This was more than just a ceremonial appearance. It was a visible declaration of strength, following what can only be described as a period of intense strain for the House of Windsor. Before we meticulously dissect every gesture, every expression, and every implication of this historic day, please take a brief moment to show your support for our channel. Do remember to like this video, subscribe for continuous royal analysis, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of our detailed investigations. The necessary show of strength, context, and crisis. The stage for this crucial event was set against a backdrop of significant internal strife. For months, perhaps even years, the royal family had been grappling with the fallout stemming from the actions of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. His continuous association with controversy and his persistent ability to draw negative attention had unfortunately cast a darkening shadow over the institution, bringing what the prompt explicitly termed shame to the family. The pressure to neutralize this narrative and demonstrate stability and moral fortitude to the public, both domestically and internationally, was immense. Therefore, the collective presence of the working royals on November 9th was not merely routine, it was deemed a powerful comeback. It was an absolute necessity to affirm that despite the internal challenges that had been heavily publicized and scrutinized, the core of the monarchy remained resolute, focused on duty, and united in purpose. The Remembrance Sunday service at the cenotaph provided the perfect, solemn opportunity for this demonstration of enduring commitment to the nation and its history. The choice of the cenotaph, the nation's primary war memorial, for this public display amplified the gravity of their mission. This sacred site demands respect, gravity, and an unwavering focus on service and sacrifice, effectively pushing all personal and family drama into the background, at least momentarily. The order of duty, who stood where the specific roles assigned on this day were critical, clearly delineating the hierarchy and the commitment of the key players. The traditional act of laying wreaths is reserved for the most senior male members of the family, and those representing the institution's long-standing traditions. Leading the solemn procession was the reigning monarch, King Charles III. Following him, affirming his role as the next in line and a key pillar of the modern monarchy, was Prince William, the Prince of Wales. They were joined by the Duke of Edinburgh, a figure known for his quiet but robust dedication to royal duties. Furthermore, ensuring the continuity of the institution, wreaths were also laid by the equerries representing both the late Queen Elizabeth II and the Duke of Kent. This precise arrangement of participants underscored the theme of continuity, linking the past sacrifices honored by the ceremony with the future commitment of the current generation. While the men of the family took their positions directly at the cenotaph, participating in the physical act of remembrance, the royal ladies fulfilled their equally important role from a strategically significant vantage point. Witnessing the profoundly moving moment from the balcony of the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office were Queen Camilla, the Princess of Wales, Catherine, and Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh. This separation of roles is steeped in tradition, yet it provides the public with a unique opportunity to observe the subtle interactions and emotional responses of those watching the ceremony unfold below. And on this particular November morning, following the intensity of the preceding family drama, all eyes were inevitably drawn to the Princess of Wales. Catherine's poise, a study in royal resilience. This particular Remembrance Sunday marked Catherine's first major public appearance following the explosion of Andrew's drama. The public and the press were intensely curious about how she would carry herself and what nonverbal signals she might transmit. As the future queen, her demeanor in times of crisis is meticulously scrutinized, serving as a barometer for the internal state of the monarchy. It is in these moments that body language analysis becomes paramount, offering insights beyond the official statements. We turn to the expert commentary provided by renowned body language specialist Judy James, who offered a fascinating breakdown of Catherine's posture and presence on the balcony. According to James, the Princess of Wales adopted a stance of absolute control and dominance, visually asserting herself as a figure of strength. Judy James observed that Catherine almost took the visual role of the more dominant royal here. This assertion of visual authority was communicated through her physical bearing, standing tall, straight, and virtually immobile to the front. In the context of the ceremony, and certainly in the context of the recent family chaos, this immobilization was a deliberate, powerful choice. It projected an image of unshakable stability. Her expression, James noted, was suitably solemn, reflecting the gravity of the occasion while simultaneously signaling an internal resolve. She was a picture of stoicism, a necessary anchor in a period defined by turbulence. This highly disciplined posture served a dual purpose. Firstly, it paid appropriate respect to the fallen soldiers being remembered. Secondly, and perhaps more crucially for the monarchy's public relations, it positioned Catherine as an impenetrable figure of royal duty, completely unbothered and unswayed by the surrounding domestic controversy. She was the embodiment of the phrase, "keep calm and carry on." The subtle exchange, pride and approval. While Catherine maintained this exterior of rigid formality throughout the main portion of the service, the truly captivating moments, the moments that revealed the deep emotional connection sustaining the future king, occurred during the transitions. A special, highly anticipated moment was indeed captured by the cameras when Catherine, momentarily breaking her fixed, solemn gaze, directed a specific look of profound support toward her husband, Prince William. This occurred as William was concluding his duty, walking out of the main area, following slightly behind his father, King Charles. Judy James meticulously analyzed this fleeting but powerful interaction. She noted that as William passed into view, Catherine's previously austere expression softened slightly. This softening was immediately followed by what James interpreted as clear visual evidence of deep affection and approbation, what looked like pride. In the high-stakes environment of royal duty, where every muscle twitch is analyzed, a simple softening of the face and a look of pride speak volumes about the private relationship underpinning their public roles. It was a silent, powerful acknowledgement from the future queen to the future king. I see your duty, and I honor your strength. The most revealing gesture, however, was reserved for William's exit from the immediate public eye. As the service concluded and William began his return, re-entering the historic building after fulfilling his duties, Catherine allowed herself a brief yet distinct moment of relaxation and personal communication. Judy James confirmed that Catherine did relax enough to flash a specifically aimed, dimpled smile of approval and support. The detail here, the dimpled smile, the explicit designation that it was specifically aimed, suggests a deeply personal, intimate acknowledgement delivered across the distance. It was a private signal of unconditional approval, a moment of relief and connection shared between the couple after successfully navigating a high-pressure, emotionally charged public engagement. This small smile was a potent reminder that behind the titles and the duty, there remains a dedicated partnership, a foundational support system essential for the immense burdens they carry. The shocking rumor, Forest Lodge, and the demand to step down. The narrative surrounding the royal family's unity and strength at the cenotaph takes an unexpected and frankly astonishing turn when considering the surrounding maneuvers and decisions reportedly being made behind palace walls. It is absolutely vital to note that the Prince and Princess of Wales had recently undertaken a significant personal change, one that occurred ahead of schedule. They moved into their new residence, Forest Lodge, earlier than originally anticipated. While a simple move might seem innocuous, The urgency surrounding it, coupled with the ongoing crisis, feeds directly into a circulating and frankly explosive claim that, if true, would redefine the immediate future of the monarchy. The rumor, which has gained traction in various circles, suggests that the power couple, William and Catherine, have been subjected to an unprecedented request from the highest levels of the palace. This request allegedly asked them to step down from some of their current high-profile duties. To be clear, this is not a request for them to abdicate their position in the line of succession, but rather to potentially reduce their public visibility or shift their roles strategically. And why? The alleged reason is directly linked back to the continuous scandal surrounding Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. The palace, according to these reports, may have reached a point where it felt the only viable strategy to thoroughly cleanse the institution's image and divert intense, negative international media scrutiny was to temporarily pivot the focus away from the core working royals. By having William and Catherine step back slightly, or perhaps change their public narrative, the intention would be to create a deliberate void in the news cycle, thereby starving the narrative surrounding Andrew's shameful acts of oxygen. The gravity of such a request, if indeed it was made, cannot be overstated. Asking the future king and queen to intentionally reduce their public presence, especially at a time when the monarchy desperately needs strong, positive role models, speaks volumes about the perceived depth of the damage caused by the preceding scandals. For William and Catherine, who have repeatedly demonstrated their commitment to full-time royal service, such a directive would represent a profound professional and personal challenge. Their early move to Forest Lodge could be seen, potentially, as preparation for a period of slightly decreased visibility or a change in operational tempo, allowing them the necessary space to recalibrate their strategy in response to this extraordinary request. This interplay between public duty, as flawlessly executed at the cenotaph, and the severe internal pressures, highlighted by the rumors of stepping down, creates a fascinating and complex picture of modern royal life. The moment of unity observed on November 9th was perhaps less a sign of relaxed confidence, and more a determined, necessary performance of strength before potentially entering a strategic retreat. Conclusion: the weight of the crown. As we conclude our detailed analysis, the events surrounding November 9th stand out not just as a traditional moment of remembrance, but as a microcosm of the challenges facing the contemporary monarchy. We witnessed King Charles, Prince William, and the other senior royals presenting a united, dutiful front at the cenotaph, fulfilling their sacred obligations to the nation. Crucially, we observed the Princess of Wales, Catherine, acting as the silent yet intensely powerful anchor for her husband. Body language expert Judy James confirmed that through her stoic posture and her strategically timed, dimpled smile of approval, Catherine communicated unwavering support and immense pride in William's performance under pressure. This intimate exchange reminds us that the success of their future reign rests heavily on the strength of their personal partnership. However, we cannot ignore the persistent whispers from behind the palace gates. The suggestion that even the immense popularity and dedication of William and Catherine may not be enough to shield the institution entirely from past controversies. The claim that they were asked to step down to divert attention from Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's actions adds a dramatic and unsettling layer to their narrative, making their early move to Forest Lodge a detail of potentially major strategic importance. The path forward for the Prince and Princess of Wales is clearly defined by duty, but it is also fraught with strategic complexities. They are tasked with preserving the dignity of the crown while simultaneously navigating the fallout of family members who have brought the institution into disrepute. Their ability to project unity, even while facing potential operational shifts, will be the key to their success. We want to hear your thoughts on this complex situation. Do you believe the palace would truly ask the future king and queen to step down from duties to manage a PR crisis? What does Catherine's display of pride tell us about the inner workings of their marriage under pressure? Please share your insights and opinions in the comments section below. Thank you so much for joining us for this in-depth look at the House of Windsor. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us next time as we continue to explore the fascinating world of the royal family. Until then, take care.